Welcome to Here's How We Get There. It's the daily show filled with conversations about business and mental health in a down-to-earth style with real-world language. Now let's dive in with your co-hosts, Kenneth Shark Kinney and Trey Tucker.
All right, Trey, I'm going to ask you to use a little bit of your crystal ball prognostication in regards to being a therapist. You work with a lot of young people. And let's give you an example. Let's say an 18-year-old, and you've been working in this field for a decade plus. A decade ago, that 18-year-old would have been 8, and they would have some really good at math. They would have been exposed to social media, but it's grown a lot in the last 10 years. There was no TikTok around back then. There was no Instagram, or not to the level of any stretch that they are today. An 8-year-old today, though, is now dealing with so many more channels. I mean, it's not just Facebook, for example, or YouTube. It's Snapchat, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, all the channels. And that 8-year-old today is going to look much differently than they will when they're 18 a decade from now. So how do you sort of wrestle with trying to help people that are dealing with this anxiety as they're growing up through it? Because this is not like a fixed point in time where the channels don't change, where they would have been the way 30, 40 years ago, where at best you would have been dealing with, 3 TV channels and a PBS station.
Yeah. 3 things that I can predict they're going to have even shorter attention spans. Number 2, they're going to be.
What were you saying?
Yeah, I'll keep repeating for you.
Short attention spans, 1.
Yep, that's 1. Number 2, they're going to be even less comfortable with face-to-face interactions. They're going to increasingly be more reliant on the screens as a safety blanket. And number 3, they're going to be exposed to issues way, way, way too early, even more so than they already are. But that also is going to include some opportunities. One of them is that I think earlier on, they're going to start to see the emptiness of these screens, and they're going to crave that face-to-face communication that they lack at an earlier age. Because right now, I think it's starting to hit the teenagers at maybe 16, 17. But I think because the kids are starting earlier, they're going to realize that the phones maybe are not their best friends at an earlier age as well. And then also, it's going to be an opportunity for the kids/teens who can see that there is real value in being able to communicate face-to-face. And the ones who can notice that gap are really going to be the ones who jump ahead, because everybody else is going to be too dependent on their dopamine drips from their phone.
I can only think of one way to say Michael Stipe said it best when he was lead singer for REM. It's the end of the world as we know it. So it's coming soon. Thanks to social media. Follow me on TikTok and Twitter.
Thank you for joining Shark and Trey on the Here's How We Get There show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show and visit here'showwegetthere.com. That's here'showwegetthere.com.